have you seen a shift in the thinking from regulators towards the technologies you're working on?
I think they're definitely looking at the Terra Luna collapse as an opportunity to tighten down, right? And seeing it as an opportunity to accelerate regulation and definitely look at regulating stablecoins. So I think, from my perspective, it's a call to the crypto community that we need to take these kinds of attacks and what we're building seriously. And it's kind of a call to action for us to come together to make sure that what we're putting out to retail consumers is of high quality and responsible, because if we don't, we will be regulated, and we really don't want that, right? We should be a responsible consortium, a responsible community in terms of what we're putting out there in terms of products, goods, and services.
You need some regulation, right? You're mentioning, you're saying that you don't want to be sort of regulated, but
I think it's inevitable. It will be, right? Yeah. And I think the more it's time for us to kind of grow up and not be the Wild West, because if we are, then we will definitely see the hammer come down.
Navigating the regulatory landscape is super complex. And plus, for the regulators to understand what they're regulating is very challenging for them. So they're leaning in, and they're actually seeking to be educated. And what I'm proud to see is a lot of people from our industry are leaning into them. A lot of people are actually trying to run for political office and make a difference, or there's groups put together to help educate the regulators so they don't over-regulate and stifle innovation. And so I think that's just kind of the best path forward, because we do need some regulation, but what does it look like? We'll have to find out.
The UK being a real sort of laggard, and I don't think Europe's much further ahead. And in contrast, I mean, I just came back from Singapore, and we had a number of meetings with sort of government agencies who are looking essentially to establish, Singapore as this hub for metaverse and Web3, etc. And of course, what you need is smart, effective regulation that protects consumers, but enables the benefits to be unlocked. And in certain regions, Singapore and being one of them, you see that. And in others, I think we have fearful and ignorant regulation, which is just bad for the economy and everyone in general.
So what would you say to Ms. Christine Lagarde then around her comments?
I would say get some advisors who understand what crypto is about and be informed, because the future economic prosperity of Europe depends on it.
And you, Reeve?
Well, how can they say that Bitcoin and Ethereum is worthless? Look at what the technology has done to the world already, and look how many people are involved and how many lives it's changed. So I think that's an ignorant comment. She needs to dig a little deeper.